Hey, this is Adam back with another behind the scenes breakdown for our Albedo cosplay cinematic. We were shooting with LibraCosplay and Royal Rose Cosplay, who both worked on creating this build, which was amazing, and Rose even made a Festering Desire, which was really cool. Also, stay tuned for Rose's cinematic as well, that's coming in the near future. For this one, we decided to shoot at Rattlesnake Lake. We met up fairly early in the morning, but it started getting pretty crowded, which wasn't too surprising though, being that it was the 4th of July weekend. So I was trying really hard to shoot angles that didn't show a bunch of lake goers and kayakers, but it couldn't be entirely avoided, although I don't think it detracted too much from the overall video. We started with just simple poses and shots of Libra looking towards the lake and Rattlesnake Ridge for the establishing shots, starting off with simple shots on the tripod, then warming up to do more active moving shots. Now, a lot of these shots were actually repeating the same actions, but I like to start with shooting basic or easy shots as a safety net in case the more complicated camera movements doesn't pan out as well as I thought it would in the beginning. And I especially do this for shots that are including visual effects. I do this because as much as I may want to use the more complicated or more cinematic shots, sometimes things like motion tracking or the compositing are out of my capability. I do these projects not only because they're fun, but as a way to gain practical experience and push my technical and creative limits. So a lot of it's also experimental to me, so I really appreciate the cosplayers that take the time to work with me, and it really allows me to grow my skill sets. One of my favorite scenes was our recreation of Albedo's lead line branch animation. It was pretty awesome that they had both the small and large branch props to work with, so that simplified pulling off the effect a bit more. However, I may not have gone about it in the best way, as it would have been easier just to take a still image of the large branch, then motion track it to your hand, but I won't bore you with those details. Either way, it came out looking pretty good, especially adding the particles using Red Giant's particular plugin. Another shot that I really liked was the Swordplay shot we did, because the parallax in the background to Libra's sword swinging looked really epic. That was a revolve shot that I did with the gimbal, and she did a really great job portraying the swordplay. I knew getting as close to the sword as possible during the thrust would look really cool, where I almost actually ran into the sword during the shot because I was too busy looking at the monitor.
You almost got stuck.
Did he?
I was gonna look, I was like...
That was so close.
I like that you stayed in character though, that was great.
You did not.
He just gives no fucks.
Oh, it's like if you put the lens too close to my sword, that's...
One effect I did wish would have come out better was the recreation of the Tectonic Tide, or Albedo's Elemental Burst. The tracking work I did wasn't great, and the footage was a little too bit unstable, and I didn't get the best tracking, motion tracking data, so a lot of the shots was a little bit unusable. Element 3D was also taking up too much processing power on my PC, to the point that I couldn't add the chain of explosions that I know happens in the elemental burst, and adding any more elements on top of that would make it so previewing a few frames would take hours, so I had to kind of make the choice to just leave those out. Still happy with how it came out, but I'm definitely thinking about upgrading or building a new workstation PC so I don't have to make as many of these kind of compromises later on. Overall, as far as what I learned from this project, I learned I really like Mocha AE for motion tracking. I've been using After Effects for a while, but I don't know why Mocha isn't the first thing to come to mind when I need to track or composite elements. It's really accurate and fast, using GPU processing rather than CPU, and is a terrific masking tool as well. Mocha was used for a large portion of these shots that include visual effects, and was a versatile to work with, especially when I didn't have a solid game plan on how to actually go about doing the effect. So I think that's going to be it for this one. I hope you stay tuned for more of our upcoming cosplay videos. Also, be sure to go check out Libra and Rose's social media as well to go see more of their amazing work. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.